Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Another test run on Goblinz. We're not live yet, so this is just another run through to see if we can find any errors. Okay. So the aim of tonight's test run is to try and get to altar. First port of call, med centre, then church. Get ourselves a map, and then we'll start making our way across. Hi Bimmy, how are you, mate? We're going to try and get to altar, Bimmy. That's what we're trying to do. That's the only crate I've got working at the moment. And while we do it, see if we can trigger any other events. Hi, Restless. Oh, it's just, it all merges into one after a while. I just have to keep taking breaks just to look at other things on the screen. Thanks, Jag. Evening, mate.
Attention, we are being followed. Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
Alright, just about caught up, didn't it? Oh, where were we? Don't need that. Don't need... actually, on this server now, you do need pox antidote. Is that it? Oh, it's in the long grass. Right then. That's that lot calmed down. The moment, wasn't it? So it's just a test run tonight to see if I can make it to altar. So I've only got the altar crate in. And obviously that's what people will be doing. And to see if I can trigger some of the events we've got on here. You need to keep watching the sky. If anyone sees a helicopter fly over, let me know. Could do with finding a box of nails somewhere in the world so I know they're spawning correctly. Without using admin mode. Sort of making our way to the church to start with, so at least we can set an RV for altar. Now we've completely got rid of expansion. I've been able to play with other things. So we've got no AI at all now. Oh, one does need a spark plug. You little... Am I going to add mummies? No. That's never going to happen, is it? It's me we're talking about here. They might get the goat with the glowy eyes. About as much as might happen. There's bonfires I put out there that are just to fuck people up because we're already running a warm server. Right, where were we before we were rudely interrupted? We were going to church, weren't we? To try and yeah. I do like to put the goats in with the glowing eyes. I find them amusing. I've already got the bonfires on here because with the hot server it just adds to the pain. I'd say the zombie spawns are working quite well now. They weren't earlier. I couldn't get any zombies to spawn in. Now I need to find a vicar, for I have sinned. All the keys now, we're not spawning in the world, we're only spawning them as a zombie loot. So you have to kill a lot of zombies to get a key, apart from the starting key. It will stop zombie farming, or key farming. And it's pretty much randomised which key you get. So you start off with this key. There is my version of Endgame, which has 1 key spawning in the world and then 6 keys linked to it. And then the rest of the keys are for crates, but I've not put the crates in yet. That's a tomorrow problem. We've just got altar in at the moment, which is what this is all about. It's all about the pain. Exactly. Where are you little bugger? I'm not used to Dayz. I haven't really played Dayz very much in the last month. I've just been doing other stuff. There was a lot of scum, and we've been running around doing non-gaming stuff. It's a massive slog, isn't it? I enjoy it. I don't enjoy placing loot crates in because it's so much work. Let's see if we can get ourselves a rucksack. So we've got here, we can have like a shoulder bag and a rucksack on at the same time. Evening, red and green. And for the first time, I think ever, we've got vehicles on the map. We don't have any boats this time. There's nothing offshore. There's too many problems with players packing the boats up around themselves and then opening tickets. So they went. Yeah, yeah. You said it is a challenge, and I'm putting in 500 loot crate locations. You little bastard. So I put a quad bike in. At the moment they spawn ready to go, but by the time we go live some point tomorrow, they'll be missing lots of parts. And we've got a weapon pack in here, obviously, because I just picked up that I don't know where it went. Okay, I'll look into that. I'm quite liking this long grass mod. It alters this way. We got air raid on here now. I've got C-130 crashes. I can see air raid's working, but I've not managed to trigger it yet. But I do know it's working in the background, so I can see it in the log files. Basically, guys, you'll be inside a town. You'll hear an air raid siren. I suggest you leave the town. At the moment, server, it's vanilla. I haven't upped it at all yet. I will do. And for me, we are there, and then I've got rendering at about K.5. If I go over a K.5 with my 4K graphics card, my system falls over because it has to render in too much data. So I've got to be really careful because otherwise I can't play the server. He put a square head in, didn't he? When I used to play in 1080p, also 1442K, I could render a lot further. Yeah, you're never going to get it. The way Dayz handles grass is it only appears up close. So, for any player with a scope, I'll never be in the grass. It's a limitation of the engine because it's too old. But grass is only ever spawned at like the distance you can see. Anything above that distance, grass doesn't appear, which is why it's all flat. So it looks good up close, but at distance it looks shite. The aim sort of is, well, we will be live tomorrow because I need to turn the server on and then get back to other things. I tried running the jungle mod yesterday, but with all the edits on the map as well as the jungle mod, we were losing too much FPS. It's too laggy. And I prefer the 88 edits we've got to the map than having the jungle mod. Potentially, I think it's more of a visual thing for you as a player up close. Obviously, if somebody shoots you at close range and taps you, but you're not, sorry, doesn't tap you, puts you down but doesn't kill you, you've got reasonable cover. Now I'm running around 2 nights a week wearing uniform, doing stuff. one needs to get this up and running and release it. It's gone. And then when 1.29 drops, hopefully I won't be forced to wipe. But this is sort of the build where I want it for next year. We're sort of there. A couple of little tweaks here and there. And we're just running the experiment on the quad bikes between now and Christmas. To see whether I get too many tickets, even though the rules say no compensation for anything to do with vehicles. Whether people start sending me messages after not reading the rules, then I'll be taking them out. They're temperamental buggers as well. As soon as you hit a tree, they break. But as long as you can stay away from trees, they're all right. I like them because they'll take 2 passengers. So for a duo server, it means you can have a quad bike. I'm not going to put in the things that cover them automatically. If you lose it, you lose it. If you log out and it's not there when you log back in, well, it wasn't under a flag, that's your own fault. Because flags are so easy to make on here. And they're so small, there's nothing wrong with you carrying a flag with you. And every time you park your quad bike up, building a flagpole to cover the quad. So, and I think we've got 7 spawns on here. A quick check, vehicle spawns. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment on there. And as I said, at the moment they're spawning with all the parts attached. By the time we go live, they'll be missing spark plugs and radiators and batteries and probably a wheel. Yeah, exactly. But they work quite well. And they've got 100 slots on them. So if you're moving around the map, and as long as you stay off, as long as you don't bump into anything, it's a nice way of moving around the map. I fixed commence bunker last night, or this morning, so that's now working. And we should have more zombies on the map now than we did yesterday. But as I said, only 1 loot crate's currently spawning in, which is Alta, which is what this little trip's all about. And if we make it, then I'll probably commit suicide and we'll try from a different angle. Yes, like dear Al then. Yeah. You can drive it into a blade of grass and it goes boom, and it just won't move. And it's like, oh, okay, it's not quite that bad. I'll show you how bad they are though. Give me a second. Where are we? ESP. No, not ESP. Object spawner. There we go. Vehicles. So on a plus point, they have they have slots for weapons and various stuff. Oh, it's working now. He survived that one. Maybe that was a bit of a bump. My daddle just knocked out. I think I'm knocked out. That was interesting. So they come with a weapon slot, camo net slot, don't know what that's for, and 100 slots and various bits. Oh, where were we? So earlier when I was trying them, they weren't doing that at all. They were just breaking. So something's Dayz code, isn't it? But I'm not. I've never been a fan of having vehicles in the game, but I sort of recognise that if a duo is speeding around or a solo on a quad bike, they've got no real protection, and the noise will mean that if there's somebody nearby, they're likely to kill you. Daisy's just a bitch, though, isn't it? No matter what we do, when you're working the back end of a server, it doesn't matter what you do, it just does weird shit. You can log in, you can nothing can work, you can restart your server and it all wants to work, and it's like, how? We've put Daisy Dog on here as well, so solos have a companion to run around with. Very PvE for me, but it fits into survival, having a home, little cabin in the woods and a pet dog. Restless, how do you feel about the long grass? Because obviously, from your point of view, you're not a fan of Chernarus, unless it looks different. We're going to need some clothing, aren't we? Okay, that's good enough for me. One of my dogs. I just don't have any meat with me. Hello, Woof. Yeah. Oh. And another wolf. If we had a piece of meat, we could tame him. Or her. Them. Just don't kill them. You might not be happy with the outcome. Don't know if there's a well here. No idea. Probably not, in my luck. Yeah, no one's cutting the grass, so it does make sense to me. And it doesn't hurt performance too much. Where is it putting these items? Ah. No. There. Okay. They are there still. Good. So if you get a dog kennel and you put the kennel at your home, you can then have a dog. You can spawn one in using the kennel. But without the kennel, you have to find them in the wild. Yeah, crazy dogs. Hi, John. See if the crazy dog's here still. Crazy dog? Wandered off. Only if there's stuff that helps them get onto the car. That'll do. Ah, here's the crazy dogs. Is he eating a zombie? Yeah, he's eating a zombie. Woof and Woof Mark 2. Oh, another woof. I thought you might be impressed with puppies. Oh, the puppies, not these puppies. The other puppies. Yeah. It was a moment, wasn't it? It was certainly a moment. So we're going to die in a second, but at least you'll all get to see the welcome message now all players get. Which makes sense. We're only... What time are we on now? 6 o'clock. I've got all the loot crates apart from altar to put in, and then we're good to go. But I've got to then build the loot for them as well. I don't think it needs testing anymore. This is more about a balance test now. To see if it's possible to get to altar. No, you don't now, because I needed to stop some of the stuff working, and the pen was causing too many other issues. That doesn't mean that you won't by the time I finish fixing it. But currently, you just pick up a map. Because it was putting the compass points at the top of the screen, which I didn't want. Fucking, it's like Jurassic Park. You don't see him to the last moment. Well, there goes that life. So you get to see the message now, at least. On a fresh spawn. Hopefully. Maybe only when you log in the first time. Oh, there we go. By playing this server, you agree to the rules. And a link to the Discord. Ah, that took a while to render, didn't it? That's the trouble when you spawn in next to an area that needs to render. Nothing I can do about that. Because they're not hard baked into the map. They use Dayz editor. It does make sense. Because then people that aren't on the server won't know what rules they're applying, what rules they're agreeing to, without joining the Discord. And every time you log in or die, you'll get that message. I can see Bimmy building walls round this and turning this into his personal house. On a piece of rope, I'd take it. You could block off and build it on the top. What I was thinking too. Little flag in the middle. Oh, he's seen the new houses yesterday, so I don't think the barrel obsession matters anymore. There'll be an addiction of houses everywhere, won't there? There'll be a little housing estate and be like, that's where Bimmy lives. With containers all around them. Blocking them in. Nice little garage with his quad bikes. There's less of a need to now, though, once you've built that big metal thing. Be a nice wipe though this time, because realistically we're running this till obviously whatever happens with 1.29 happens, but we're running this now till January when we switch to the new server. Doesn't do this mist very well over water. It makes it all dip off, so it feels really like weird and warped. But I can sort of live with it, because I quite like having the mist on here. It was made for a mod that they had built a power station on here, and they were pretending the power station had blown up. Hi Gurmit, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Am I going to search that? Yeah, well, it's only going to be tier 1 up here, isn't it? So we'll make our way up to the military in the middle, see if we can grab some gear, and then get off this godforsaken island. Thanks, Gurmit. We're getting there. It's running well now. Now I got rid of jungle mod. It's running really well. This will be a PvP heaven, won't it? This is all the time, doesn't really matter what time of the day it is, we're going to get this on here. As I said, we do have a weapons pack on here. But we don't have like any clothing packs. Everything else is vanilla. should be a well in here, but there's a well down from here, isn't there, that we can use? This long grass is really nice. As Restless says, who's been cutting the grass in Dayz? Bimmy! Thank you so much. So appreciated, mate. Thank you. Now we will be streaming more. When we stream Dayz, we'll be streaming here. For certain. Chuckles and I have had a brief conversation about being a duo on here. Because we both play random times. Oh, I have a fishing hook. You can make metal fishing hooks now from pins. Once you've eaten what's inside them. Oh, pair of gloves. Thank you. And arguably, as long as quad bikes work out, we'll keep them after Christmas. The only thing we might add is, is the way of preserving them, but that's not a guarantee. So this is a power station that supposedly is blowing up, which is why you've got all this mist everywhere. This long grass is a bitch for zombies. Because you know they're here somewhere. Thanks, Bimmy. Appreciate it. No, it wasn't working yesterday. I don't know why. Bad placement there. So I'm not going to come in and lower it. Too much hassle. We'll live with that. Sleeping bags now, John. You saw the video. So sleeping bags now, but not for spawn points. They just give you a boost when sleeping in them. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I didn't want spawn point ones, but they come as part of the sleeping mod now. The updated sleeping mod. See, the mist is causing the sea to do weird shit. It does make the island feel a little bit weird. I can sort of live with it, I think. I'd rather have the mist than have flat sea around here. Because anyone that chooses to live down here is going to have to live in PvP hell. Because you'd never know someone was creepy up on you until it was too late. Well, that's 762... 39. So 308. Well's here somewhere, isn't it, guys? There it is. Same medical spawns as last time. It's only on Saliski. No, that's not fair. It's on Saliski all the time, and it's over the entire map between 4 in the morning and 7 in the morning. Because we've controlled the weather now completely. And then the mist gets burnt off by a hot sunny day, and then towards the end of the day we get a massive thunderstorm and violent rain for 3 hours. But the day just gets warmer and warmer and warmer until you get a massive thunderstorm. Then we go through the rain season. Then we go through the night of it being dry. Mist in the morning. Server restarts. Start again. Basically. But Saliski's got it on all the time. I needed a break from doing loot crates. Just placing loot crates in all the time is just a bit much. But after a good night's sleep, I'll be fine carrying on with them. I've got all the coordinates now for them. It's just converting them. Because the coordinates come up with commas on them. And you've got to get rid of all the commas and put them into a different format. And then I've got to choose the loot for every crate. And make sure it feels worthy of getting it, but not too OP. It would have been up last weekend, but I was away playing soldiers, so now we've come away from the mist and you've got a warm day that's only going to get warmer. Okay, John. What do we want live server? When do we want it now? I wasn't going to put quad bikes on, but today I sat and looked at them and thought, actually, because you don't end up with any... Yes, you can move a bit quicker over the map. Yeah, we saw that. But if someone's got an M4, you've got no protection on a quad bike. You'll be dead. And they'll give away your position. And so I think they'll be okay. There's no way of locking them. So you'll have to build a garage to keep them safe. And as soon as you put garage doors in, people will be like, oh, they've got a quad bike. And they'll want to raid those doors. We'll get the other side and we'll do some fishing. Because we're going to need to eat for our trip to Alta. And we'll fish in the sea because you get better quality fish. Little bit janky on the bridge. Nothing too much. It's a little bit laggy. What happened to the last protester there? No, build where you like. End game is gassed, so... And the other areas where there's... The rules say you can't build within X distance of a crate. That stands. But build wherever you like. If you want to build in the middle of a military airfield, go ahead. I don't have any qualms at all about stopping people building. Just stopping people getting to crates is the only thing I worry about. Did we pick up a metal hook or not? Was that the last life where we died? Oh, we did get one. Okay. And we do have a 60% nerf on loot, but it doesn't feel like it at the moment. So a little bit different on the extra content we've got this time. We've stayed with the edits to the map, but most of the, apart from Saliski, most of the extra content is catered towards where loot crates are going, rather than just having stuff everywhere. Don't leave anything behind. No. Welcome back, John. We've just been fishing. So we'll go up over the top, and then when we find a house, we'll cook. Because we're not desperate to eat. Obviously staying clear of the rocks if we can, because we don't want to ruin our footwear. Used to be a house here on a previous build of Dayz. They left the lake, but I think they took the house away. Little shed though is up here where Drum last wipe started base building. Started storing goods, or was that the wipe before? So the sleep icon's now on the bottom right hand side. You will find Amphet and Bomber spotted heading to Northwest Airfield. Wouldn't want to be in Northwest Airfield at the moment. It's about to go wrong. Northwest Airfield is about to get hit with shed loads of ordnance. Might turn the notifications off, so you won't know that you're going to get hit until you hear the alarm, and you get no prior warning. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me just put that into my notes. Air raid. No notifications. Oh, yeah. So they'll be off before it goes live. So the first thing you'll know about it is when you're in a town and you hear alarms go off. And then you'll know you're about to get bombed. Notifications will make it too easy to leave. You'll also get MiGs fly over, Hinds fly over, a balloon fly over, and occasionally at night you might see a UFO. After the alarm goes off, not very long, but long enough to get clear. And I've only set it up to target high value areas. And I've reduced slightly the amount of ordnance it drops. Yeah, if you go in the wrong direction, it won't work. If you go in the wrong direction, it will all be very quick. we need to get some food cooked. You won't be the only one. I will as well. I used to run it like 3 years ago on a server, and I haven't run it since. And it makes perfect sense for a survival server. It'll make good videos for you, Restless. No, buildings don't protect you. So as much as it feels like a hot summer's day now, and it is, if you're on for the full 6 hours, because we're going to restart every 6 hours on this wipe, it does mean that you will get wet and cold as you head towards nightfall, which is nice. So it will force you to have a fire at night, which is not so nice. So maybe when picking your base, you might want to think about high value targets that get bombed. Because it'd be a bitch to spawn in and find that you were getting bombed. No Swiss Army knife this time either. And no big rucksack, but you can have a rucksack plus a shoulder bag at the same time. And obviously we've reduced the size of logs and metal so they'll fit in. Left car tents in this time, so on your base building it gives you another option. Because you can't code lock car tents, so leaving them in made sense. And that's already too much heat. Yeah. I wanted it to wear out, and it didn't. So... Yes, that is a bonfire. Yes, on a hot summer's day, we do have bonfires burning. Yes, they do have zombies on them. No, there isn't any reason to go to them. Only one pack of zombies inside Altar now. So it really is a starting area. And they're military normal, not military hard. So new players that spawn in, see they get a key. If they get there, they've got a chance of actually getting the loot and carrying on their adventure. Rather than dying, going in and then leaving the server, which I saw too happen too often. As you've worked out, a lack of guns. Dermot, were you here earlier when I was showing off the quad bike? I think John might have been. Yeah, Botrix is working tonight. No, I missed the quad. Okay, so at the moment, quads are spawning in, ready to go. Where will it spawn that to? We'll go on the road. It'll make it easier to find it. When we go live, they won't spawn in with all the parts. They have 100 slots. You need a battery, radiator, spark plug, headlights if you want to drive at night. They'll take a cam net. They have one weapon slot on them. 4 wheels, 100 slots. Literally, front seat, back seat. Push it if it's stuck. Find the get in place, hold down F. Start it. And crash. There you go. You've seen the quad bike now. And they come in different colours. So now we have a reason for the tyre repair kit. But I won't give any compensation for anything vehicle. Anything vehicle related. Oh well. If you jump on a vehicle Don't expect compensation. That's so going to be me. I think everyone will enjoy driving them. I really think. But people are going to get shot off them. You'll hear a vehicle and you'll be like, get the M4 out, look for them. Burst of automatic fire into the back of the body driving past you. People will be running each other over. It'd be great. And I think the server is fair to say it's ready to go now, apart from the loot crates. It won't need any more testing, I don't think, tomorrow. Apart from the test that the loot crates have spawned correctly. Which I won't do on video. Yes. And this long grass is going to be a bit for shooting deer in, isn't it? As I said, we do have a weapons pack in. We showed some of them off last night. We don't have the expansion map anymore. I don't have anything expansion on here. It served its purpose, but I can do so much more by not having it. So the map mod is not amazing. But it's got, so now if you want to join a team now, I can't remember what key it is. P? Yeah, press P and then add players. Maximum 2 people, yeah? And you can remove them as well. You do that with P. It's got built-in chat to it. And the map mod as well. And that came as part of one mod. Oh yeah, very much so. People are just going to be speeding around making arses of themselves. Isn't there a ramp? Just saying. And I don't have a problem with that, you know. It's Dayz. People will play it their way. If it makes a good video, it makes a good video. If you enjoy yourself, you enjoy yourself. I want people to enjoy the game. There's 30 different points where quads can spawn, but it will only spawn 5 at a time. 4 or 5 at a time. Be a bitch if you've dumped your bike in a military zone and you're looting and you get the warning that the airdrop's coming in, that the bombing run's coming in, and you watch your bike get destroyed with all its loot inside it, won't it? But for someone like you, Restless, that's a nomad, it gives you 100 slots that you can move around inside the bike. You just have to pick routes that go from fuel to fuel. So, as I said, to add a team member, P brings up that, basically, party. will also show you who else is on the server at the same time as you, but there's nothing I can do about that. And you can add them at any distance, but you won't see them until they're up close. If I remember rightly, when you're 200 meters away, you can, under 200 meters, you can see their name above their head. Between 200 and 1200 meters, you just see a full stop in the direction that there are, and over 1200 meters, you see nothing. So room for drums loot when I run him over. Got it. Yes. The map does feel different with this long grass. It's called long grass bliss, and they make one for Chernarus, Livonia, Deer Isle, like the main big maps. I wanted to take summer off. So I didn't want 2 mods just to give us long grass. And I think this works fine. And now we've got this weather mod. I don't need to put a winter snow mod on. We could just, arguably, later on in the year, if I wanted to, I could make it snow at night. I can make it freezing and then snow through the night. Just wouldn't settle. We could have Sakau blizzards on here if I wanted to now. But if I made it like a blizzard followed by rain, it would wash all the snow away, wouldn't it? And because I can control the weather that well, it's amazing. Now, at the moment, I've got 100 boxes of nails spawning in the world, but I've not found a single one yet. So, I might have to play with that a little bit tomorrow. They're looking for me. Hot air balloon over there, guys. No. But I can see why you'd ask. You liking the build so far? I might have to also up the percentage chance of getting a key from a zombie. Because at the moment they're set at 10% chance. Hi Cryptic, thanks for the raid. Treat it like a heli crash, yeah. If only. If only. Hello, welcome. You have a good run? We're just doing a test ready for going live tomorrow. On my little survival server. Yeah. And most people, let's be honest, that are in at the moment viewing are, or currently up to the point of view or raid, are the people that play the server. But yeah, that's what we've been running tonight. Which map have you been on, Cryptic? Lots of technical issues. Ah. Never good. Ah, as long as you had a good run, that's what matters, isn't it? We're slowly trying to make our way to Altar so I can check that the loot crate there is working and it's possible to make it in. The rest of the loot crates I haven't put in yet. Strength of Vowling. Okay. We've had the bombing run, and I know that I need to turn off the notifications for the bombing run. Can't have players knowing that they're about to get bombed, can you? Until it's too late. So, my only note so far tonight, which is good, because last night I had a big, by this point, a massive list of things I needed to switch and do. Tonight's been less to worry about. I just want to see whether we get any gas spawning inside the military up here. If I can find it where it is. It's somewhere close by, isn't it? It might work. It worked earlier. When I tested it earlier and I spawned in next to a military zone and there was an almighty bang and pockets of gas were going up all over the place, which was perfect. Because that's what I like to see. There's gas over there anyway. Just so I don't run around in the woods for hours. Let's just... see, we've got no one else on. So that way. That will do. And we'll carry on testing as we go. It's getting worse now. So last wipe I was spawning in 3 gas grenades at a time. This wipe we will spawn in 10 at a time. So you might find this wipe that you hit an airfield or you hit something big military and lots goes up. Hello, Mr. Pig. Probably gone the wrong way completely for where I want to go, haven't I? I have gone too far, 100%. No, my luck. Was it up from here? You can tell it's like a month since I've really played Dayz on a regular basis. A lot of time in Scum. Oh, there we are. Also, I want to see what sort of loot it spawns up here. See if 60% nerf is enough, or whether we need to increase the nerf slightly. Though I'd rather not do it now, I'm already with stuff deployed. What I might do is have the quad spawn in with everything apart from a spark plug. So you need to find a spark plug. And that's all you need. No gas has gone off here then. Okay, that's fine. But also with the nerf, it's not exactly going to spawn a lot of loot in here anyway. It's like in spawning these, isn't it? At last. So, we've got a rucksack. We can put the shoulder bag on here. And now we've got both. So that's how you get your increased storage now. Which is a bit more realistic. So I've spawned in like a normal amount of ammo-ish. No, a goblin normal amount of ammo. But I've massively reduced guns. I say that and then we come up here and there's two. We've all come for a party.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude.
Thank you for the sub. Military zombies don't give keys, guys, just so you know. Now, which way is it to alter? That way, roughly? Hi, Paul. So, as I said, the server should be live tomorrow lunchtime, UK time, roughly. I think I get up at 5, 6 a.m. I should have the server finished by about 12. And then I'll just do a quick spawn all the crates in, fly around the map, make sure they're all spawning and the keys work, turn the server off, reduce the crates down to the amount that I want spawning in each location, wipe server, as in delete my data, and then we're ready to go live. That's roughly how we're looking. That's sort of, yeah, that's my thoughts. I won't get any more done tonight because my eyes are too tired. I don't know, John. No idea. But you can get a can of camo face paint for it. Arguably, the container base is more about giving you not an easy, but a starter base that then you can build around the outside of and leave that as like your secure room. Because the only way to get into it is with a hacksaw, but there are hacksaws spawning, just not very many of them. Also, because it means that if you find a hacksaw, you're going to want to carry it and not use it to chop wood in case you find someone's container base and you want to break in. So it encourages raiding. Yeah, it's like the first quad bike you find will be the one in baby pink. You just know it. Yes, there is a quad bike in baby pink out there. You want to see it? Where are we? At the one? Yeah. That'd be John's quad bike. Once we go live, won't it, John? And obviously, if you want to keep it up, to keep it from despawning, you'll either need to deploy a flag each time you log off and hope no one finds it. But with the flags being so small, you can hide them and make a territory, obviously. Or take it home and lock it in a garage that's under flag protection. So, my suggestion, if you were going to log out, would be to put a flag up and log out holding one of the wheels in your hand. Because at least that way, if someone does find it, they've got to get a wheel to it to make it work. And then when you move the next day, I've not put car cover in, John, on purpose. Did you just end up with hundreds of rocks all over the map with everyone using car covers all the time? And it's a separate mod. And I don't want to load a mod that's quite big just for one vehicle cover. It just doesn't really interest me. So, no, we haven't got that. Not saying we wouldn't have it next wipe when we've got more resources to work with, but we don't have a massive amount of RAM this wipe. You know, it won't be till after Christmas when we have the new server that I've got a bit more to work with. And I think the mods are currently at, that you load, I think 29 mods. But the biggest mod is the weapons pack. Then probably, yes, probably it, the biggest mod, probably the weapons pack. Right, and we're going to spawn ourselves in a map just so we can get to Alta without just walking around in circles all night. And I'm not going to log off. It's just a case of I wanted to make sure we get there. Alto's up there. So we're going sort of the right direction. And yes, they can hardly be seen. And no, I'm not going to change the colours. But I might bring the pen back in if I can make it work without the stupid compass appearing at the top. Because then I can put a pen inside the altar loot box. Yes, the Scar H is in the game as well. And the Accuracy International AWM, if you guys think of it as. But the Accuracy International Sniper is in. And there's about 12, maybe 13 new optics. But none of them will be in loot crates. Loot crates will all be vanilla weapons. All the new weapons you'll have to go and find. and none of them will spawn with attachments. You'll have to find the attachments yourself. So if you want a scar, you might just get the body, and you have to go out and find the butt for it and the magazine for it. No, I've taken jungle cam off because we don't have the jungle on there anymore. So we're not OP'd anymore on clothing sizes. So the maximum you're going to be able to carry in a rucksack will be a Alice backpack or a field backpack, which I think is 70. Plus, I think one of the pouches does 30. So you'll be able to get 100 slots. But you can fit that way round if you want to. So you can use all the slots up. So that way, no, it did look good, but we no longer have had the jungle on here. There was no point. And we like the whole forcing people to think about what they're carrying. I also love the fact that you get to carry the shoulder bag as well as a rucksack at the same time. That's massive as far as I'm concerned, and very realistic. So you've got extra storage if you find it. And you know me, I like it to be realistic but playable. As I said last night, all loot crates will either come with a new pair of boots or a leather repair kit. And you can still make leather repair kits. And getting metal hooks now is easy. You just need a tin of food, eat the food, and then cut the can up and it'll turn into a metal hook. Which is nice. But you've got the ISO now to store your stuff in. So there's the standard recipes from last time. There's I didn't know we could make the hooks until, because now if you eat food, the tins stay on the floor for 20 minutes, so people can trace where you've been. But when I tried to use a knife on the tin, it gave me the option to turn it into a metal hook. So that's the only new recipe. Empty tin plus knife. So in fact, I need to add that to the FAQs. Thank you. Empty tin plus knife. Right, that's the second thing I need to add to the server before we go live. Thanks, guys. I need little hints like this is good. That's why I do these runs. Number one, we can find if there's any problems. And number two, as you're working through things in your head, you're like, yep, that's what I need to do. When I put the quad bikes on today, very quick change of the rules. No compensation for anything to do with vehicles. Because I realise what will happen. Ticket will be opened with somebody going, oh, I went off a cliff and my bike, it rolled down with me and then it despawned. What did you have in it? Oh, I had a full base building kit. Like, and did you read the rules before you played the server? Yeah, okay. So you didn't mean to raise this ticket then? Yeah. And then it's just vanilla recipes. Unfortunately, I'm not a modder. whenever I've tried to build a mod pack, it's gone wrong. There's a mod out there that allows you to build your own recipes, but whenever I've tried to use it, it's gone wrong. So I've given up at the moment. After Christmas, when we go to the new server, I'll have a month of the new server, the development of the new server. That's when I can work on building our own recipes, because then I can have a mod pack that has our own recipes within it, which will make life a lot easier. So I've got quite a few recipes that I would like to add. You know, things like binoculars, cutting in half, it becomes it becomes one combat scope. Yeah? Because in this world, if you found a pair of binos, you might be tempted to cut them in half and take them to the top of your rifle. Hi, West. A general look around and a look at a vehicle, which will, because you won't have seen it, I'll let you see it. There you go. To drive them, they are duo. To drive them, it's a case of getting in. You'll need to find a spark plug when this is live. Start the engine. Put it into drive. Ah, okay. Don't jump off your bike, guys. You'll get killed. We're there. Where's our little RV? Or is it gone because we lost our map? Yes! Yes! I think it has. I think I've linked RVs to the map. So when you die, you lose your markers. I think that's what I've managed to do at last. Not 100% sure. Or maybe when we find another map, we'll get it back. Which makes it a little bit more realistic, I suppose. I'm still in God mode because that was too quick. God mode off. There we go. Okay, so we're here. So altar is that way, isn't it? This goes up to commence. Maybe I'm wrong. No, there we are. No, the marker is there. 3.9. Okay, just took a while to load in. Okay, we'll carry on back to altar. Yeah, no, don't do that. We should be live, as I said, lunchtime tomorrow, based upon where I am. All I have to do is put the rest of the loot crates in. No, I've got the little Uzumi flip there, my little marker that I can just about see. So, and I know I've got like 3.9 Ks to go. So we'll just bimble in that direction. The expansion map was far more powerful, but you have to have so many other expansion things on that going to this map, less powerful, less nice, but one mod loads chat, map and groups. Well done, Drum, welcome. You've just missed something that's been put in, it's got your name all over it. That's shouting, Drum. Nice little weapon slot on it. Little bit of storage. And you can get 2 people on it. So the driver can kill both of you. We're going to alter just to prove that it's doable. Though every time we try to get here so far, I've mysteriously died. It's a weapon slot, so does a pitchfork normally attach to a weapon slot? If so, it would. But we'll try it for you. Let's try it.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude.
Thank you for the sub. Massively appreciated. Welcome. Let's see if it will take a pitchfork. Not Zed here. Is Zed looking at me? No. Okay, so all pitchfork. Born on stealth. Throw away that nasty M16. Who wants one of those in their lives? Yeah, you can fit your pitchfork on it. It does go badly through there, but still. There's your pitchfork. All works. We'll turn off God mode. So yeah, live tomorrow, guys, basically. I think lunchtime. I know. Before you say it, streamer loot. Yeah, you don't want to keep any nasty weapons on there when you can have your pitchfork. Yeah, I'm not a modder. Yeah, just someone that selects carefully selected mods. on these little test runs we do. No mines, guys. No mines. It conflicted with a different mod. We do have dogs on here now, Drum. There's dogs and you can tame them with meat. And you can have a pet dog and you can name it. And it will go on adventures with you. It will hunt chickens and animals for you. It will kill Zeds. It will sit. You can get some armor for it. It has a gas mask if you want to take it in gas zones. If you die, the dog dies. You tame them using bones or meat. And you find them in the world. I once base built here with Cookie on Aftermath. I thought you might be. It's very PvE, but I think on a survival server it fits in. So you don't need to have it in your hand anymore because it's a different map mod. To add people to your team, you press P for Papa and you can add them. And to chat, just enter. I think that's global. Maybe not. There is a way of doing it. I might switch it so it only has global. That notification won't be on the server after when it goes live. The first you'll know that you're being bombed is when you're being bombed. Well, sorry, when the alarms go off. There'll be an air raid siren, and then about a minute and a half later, the area you're in will get bombed. Yes, you still need to find the map first. I might make it, if I can make it work without the compass at the top, that you need to find a pen to be able to put markers on it. Because I think that's quite an interesting feature. And I was playing with it yesterday. So I'll have a little play with that later and see if it works. I can get it working properly. So basically, you'll be able to get a pen. You'll find black, blue, red, yellow pens in the world. And as long as you've got a pen on you, then you'll be able to mark your map. And if you haven't, you'll be able to see the map, but you won't be able to see where you are. No, you'll be able to see where you are, but you won't be able to mark a marker down. But I've got to see if I can get that working the way I want before I put it in. And yes, that was a little plane flying over. Where's the marker gone? Ah, it's disappeared. That's weird. Okay, so we just put a marker there. Will appear in a few seconds, I'm sure. I said the map's not perfect, but we've stopped using... There it is. We've stopped using expansion. And because we're not using expansion, I can do a lot more with other mods. Now, we've made Altar easier. There's only one pack of zombies inside. I think I've said in the Discord how last wipe I could see people spawn in new to the server. I could watch them run to Altar, die to zombies, and never come back. So I've got rid of how hard Altar was and made it the loot a little bit better in there. So when you do get in there and you get the loot, you might stay, is what I'm thinking. The other thing, Drum, now, if you pick up a shoulder bag, you can wear it at the same time as your rucksack. So you carry both at the same time. That's very true, Paul. Unless you write the mod yourself, it's not how you want it. There's always things. No, Wheel of Fortune's gone. No. Keys are now zombies. I'm going to up the amount of percentages because I've not got any keys because the percentages aren't high enough. But by killing zombies, you will get keys. That's how it's going to be. So the more zombies you kill, the more keys you'll have. So there's a risk involved in getting the keys. And it means people are going to have to go out and farm zombies to get lots of keys. And then you have to worry where you're going to store them. In your case, John, who farms lots of zombies anyway, you could end up with hundreds of keys. And you're going to have to think about, do I keep them on me? Do I store them? Do I just take out the one I want? Do I take no keys out and just try and get one off a zombie and then go and do that one? Lots of things to worry about. Which is how I wanted it. And remember, now we're going to go to a 6-hour restart. So loot crates will only respawn every 6 hours. But apart from the quest, where on the quest side there is only one loot crate per key, on everything else multiple crates spawn in multiple different locations on each restart. So if you go to where there was a crate last time, it doesn't mean there'll be a crate this time. And if you go to where there was a crate and it's open and all the loot's missing, then there will be another crate somewhere. It might also be open, obviously, but there are multiple places to find crates. So you might get a clue that just says Northwest Airfield, and there might be 50 potential crate locations with 10 of them spawned in. But of course, the more time you spend there, the more dangerous it is being there. And they're choices that players will have to make. As you can see, the sleep icon is now on the lower right-hand side, next to your water bottle. There are sleeping bags in the world. They're not spawn points, but they give you a boost if you lie on them in your base at night. No, can only be done with keys, this wipe. So this wipe, if you get a lockpick, use it to lock a door if you're lighting a fire. I wanted to slow down to a certain degree the farming of loot crates, so people didn't get to end game quickly. Because long term, my idea is that we'll be on a 12-week wipe cycle when we go onto the new server. So, in my head, it should take the average player. That's not someone that's on 24/7, but the average player about 8 weeks to build a base and complete, and then they've got enough time to complete end game. A good base, you know, you can build a quick base in a couple of days, but a good base, gathering all the resources and everything you need. 6 to 8 weeks to finish it, which then leaves you end game, and then you can raid someone. Which then brings us to the end of a wipe cycle, and then we won't do what we've done in the past. All that will happen is I will take the server off at 3 PM UK time, wipe all the data and put the server back up at 6 PM, and we'll start again. Like every other server does. So a wipe just becomes that, a wipe. I might move some zombies around, I might move some of the loot crates, I might add some more in, but what we won't do is end up in a world where the server comes down for a month at a time. Because I'm busier now, you know, I'm doing more things, so I want the opportunity to do those things, so I need a server that's stable, that doesn't need a lot of work doing in between all the time. Which is what I think I've built this time. All we've done is we've taken the positives of last wipe and added to them. Got rid of boats, got rid of anything offshore. I had too many tickets that opened by people that were inside their boat when they packed it, because people couldn't read the instructions and couldn't read the FAQ, or they had read it and they ticked to say they liked it, so they acknowledged that they'd read it, and then they still opened a ticket. And I'm just like, not having that again. Which is why having quad bikes is experimental. If I end up with tickets because of it, then they'll be gone. I did think about Dayz Horse. The downside to Dayz Horse is the stables that you need to make it work have 1,000 slots inside it, and that's OP. And it's easy to make. It's like 8 logs and 50 planks, put a couple of boxes of nails, and you end up with 1,000 slots of storage. So no, I'm not interested. We do need a drink, but there is a drink waiting for us in Alta. And the reason we need a drink so quickly is because it's hot. This server's getting warmer and warmer as you head towards 3 o'clock. And then we should get, if it all goes according to plan, massive thunderstorms at 4. Between 4 and 7, thunderstorms and rain. At the moment, the only crate we have working on the server is the one at Alta. But I've got the data for the rest of them. I just need to type it up. It's hours. If you put the armoured vest on your dog can carry stuff for you. You need to remember to feed your dog to keep its energy up. And it doesn't hurt to pat it occasionally and tell him he's a good boy. You can change his name to whatever you want. but you can only own one dog at a time. If you're running as a duo, arguably you can both have a dog. Thanks, Drum. I must you'll get. I'll drop you a message, and because some of the stuff that I'll be doing in my other stuff, you'll really understand from your hiking perspective. I've got not at the moment, but I have cadets go out to do things like do exchanges out to Canada to walk in the Rockies for 6 weeks. Squad up, a mate and 2 dogs. Yeah. At the moment, I have a punishment in place for if anyone kills you. If anyone shoots your dog, they get punished. I don't know whether we're keeping that or not yet. So, no zombies covering the entrance anymore. That's... I needed to drop that down a little bit, but it works. Just 1 pack of zombies in here now. As long as they spawn. Which I had major problems getting them to spawn earlier. Obviously this should be a trader. Oh, they're here. Good. I've got cadets on this weekend on Wild Country doing a walk. Though I'm not with them because I'm not qualified yet. In the old world, when I used to do it, I am qualled. But they've in 20 years, all the qualifications have changed. So I've got to get qualified again. So my next sort of 8 months is all courses and qualifications. But yeah. Sometimes these places do spawn shit. Not always. Tidy woman traders. And it's still a bitch of 90 seconds. Because I'm horrible. But obviously on a live server, there'll be other people maybe in here at the same time. The zombie would come and have a chat. Yeah. So the loot that's inside this crate will be the loot that this crate has. The only thing that will be added to it probably is a spark plug. And the spark plug will be taken out of the vehicle spawn. So this will be a one place that you can guarantee to get a spark plug. Exactly, Paul, when needs must. Hi, Critical. So, we've got our rucksack on. And if we put our bag on there, we've now got them both. That's for your dog. And it has storage in it. It has 15 slots for your dog to carry. And that's a dog gas mask if you take it into a gas zone. That's to help build your container base. I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? If only you could pick all those items up, guys, yeah? So, if you cut your tin up, then you eat your tin of food. We'll do now. The reason I put it in there on purpose to help new freshies start off with lots of 2-2 ammo. It gives them a good start in the world. Now, if you drop that on the floor, it will stay there for 20 minutes before it despawns. But if we pick it up and take a knife to it, we can turn it into a metal fishing hook. One fishing hook. Yeah? Makes sense. But you wouldn't want to hang around here long, seeing there's only one way in. And every time somebody dies, they'll now come here. Just because when you build your ISO container, you lose your blueprint. So if you want multiple ISO containers, you're going to need to keep coming here or find them in the world. Oh, there's one of the new pistols. You can get fuel here for your quad, if you really want to. Where are we? We're doing okay. There is still a crazy horde. Would you like to see the crazy horde? Or would you like it to be a surprise when you're ready for it? I'll leave it as a surprise. But there is still a crazy horde waiting elsewhere for you. Bit of 8 mil. Obviously in the real world you probably check every tower that you can, because there's a chance of getting sniper rifles out of them. So we don't have the horde mod anymore, but what I've done is in certain areas I've increased the zombies. But I won't take you there tonight. I'll let you experience that yourselves. Where I normally meet Restless, isn't it? Somewhere on one of these fields. And he mysteriously gets robbed. That wind will just... So I think that's, as starter loot goes, for a starter area, I don't think that's too bad. Mysteriously gets robbed. It means you can repair your stuff, you can keep going. But the server will start to get warm again soon, though it thinks it's cold at the moment. But I think the server is there, as I said, apart from loot crates, apart from putting them in, which I'll do tomorrow morning and finish them off, and balance what mods we put on for them. I've got to put some messages in on the anti-cheat software that's running on the bottom left-hand side. And I'll tell you what I've got to do. What I've got left to do is get down through my list to do. Done that. I've got the first key that goes on to a the quest line the first key that you get off a zombie has to say the word quest on it. Anti-cheat needs to be set up fully. Make sure the keys are in the quest line correctly in the crates. Turn off the compass markings, which I've done. Update the FAQ on vehicles. I need to do a little bit more on that. Loot crate spawns I need to set up. Loot crate loot I need to set up. I need to make sure that the spark plug's missing from the quad bike. I need to do a full backup so when 1.29 drops I can do a quicker update. And then we go live, basically. So not a lot. Oh, I've got an illness at last. It's been a while since we've had illnesses in Dayz, isn't it? So now will be the, do I light a fire? Do I not? For some reason, Altar's cold. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's something I've put under it. Who knows? Now obviously you might not rush to Altar in the same way. You might build up your supplies, get some good clothing, invest in a gun, and go in there a little bit better prepared. Or if you spawn close, you might just run straight in, kill the Zeds, grab what you want and extract. Right, and before we finish tonight, let's go for a ride on a quad, shall we? So does the airfield have a... Hi Hugo. What building could we jump off? That one there. Ready for this, guys? Well, that didn't go corner plan, did it? again. That's an interesting view of Dayz, isn't it? That's what it's like under the map, guys. Will there be a lot of quads, or will they like rare? There'll be 5 at a time. I can just check that for you now. Vehicle management. A lot of these I've put in, so let me just delete list, delete all. Refresh. So normally 5 at a time. And there's about 30, maybe more, spawn points, so they happen all over the map. Just while we're here, I need to check that the stupid C-130 isn't spawning hundreds of keys like it was last wipe. Because that was a problem. People were farming it. There shouldn't be. Lemonade, good. Some magazines, perfect. Some attachments, first aid kit. Good. So no, it's not, is the answer. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Because people were just coming here and farming for keys. Me included. Once I worked it out, it was easy. Specialist mags. That's good. Some weapon parts. Universal pistol silencer. .9mm pistol. Yes, and I have put candy cane in on purpose. Yum, 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 yum. Because who wouldn't want to eat candy that's just come off the floor and next to a greasy lorry in the middle of an airfield? Exactly, Restless. I wonder if the crab can will get left behind because it was made after the mod. Interesting scenario. And I pinched it from Sakao. Probably not. It'll probably disappear. It's my guess, but might be proved wrong. They might have updated the mod. Yeah, it's disappeared. Yeah. So they're no longer supporting that mod. The loot here is more relevant now. Good. Oh, shut up, Goblin. You're not really ill. Okay, guys, I'll leave it there. It's 8:30. I'll probably get another couple of crates put in tonight and set up on the server. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the membership. Thanks for the subs. I will be streaming tomorrow, but I'll be streaming actually on the server once we're live. Along with everyone that will suddenly go, oh, he's live. It's time to build a base. I've got to sort out... I've not found any code locks spawning in the world, and we've not found any nail boxes, which is strange. I'm reluctant to up them too much because we've got like 100 boxes of nails spawning in and 50 code locks. So I might start... I might work on upping the percentage chance of getting keys and adding nails and code locks to loot crates, because at least that's a way of getting round that problem. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss.